night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built.
Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
More the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ help.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger, when you join a community that works together to lift each other up, a place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy. But you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there. And you will be better for it. We are
Drury! There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It's the Drury Panthers as they take on the Northern Illinois University Huskies. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Scott Lutzke and Amari Johnson here from the Big Slice broadcast booth as these two teams will take on each other. Now, Drury, they are 21-1, ranked number 7. As we take a look at the Cadence Insurance pregame report in the 11th ACHA Division I poll. Now, they have won 19 straight games since a 4-2 loss to Central Oklahoma back on September 20th. And just recently, 4-1 and 5-4 victories over Purdue Northwest. Now, that 5-4 game was in a shootout on January 17th and 18th. 4 different goal scorers in Game 1 and Game 2. Luke Aston with that shootout winning goal that I talked about in Game 2. And the Drury Panthers have outscored opponents 106-32 in those 19 games. Kind of unstoppable right now. There's a couple of teams that are ahead of them as we take a look at the ACHA Division I stats. That includes that they are the second leading penalty kill percentage-wise, 93.8%. They started out as much as 98% on the penalty kill. At one point during the season, they had only allowed 1 power play goal. In fact, for a while there, they had not allowed any. But they are also the 6th leading scoring team with 119 goals and 8th in goals against at 40. 6 of these final 8 games that the Panthers have are at home. And then as you take a look at their record from last season, they finished at 17-9-2 in Division II. And they have done what several, well, maybe not even several, but what some teams have done. First year, Division III, second year, Division II, and here, third season, Division I. And it looks like they're going to go to the playoffs or the postseason, either way you want to call it. Let's look at some of the leaders for the Drury Panthers and this 21-1 squad. Luke Aston, 3 assists versus Purdue Northwest on January 18th. 11 assists in 10 games for him. That means 8 multi-point games for the number 1 leading scorer right now for the Drury Panthers in 22 games, 29 points, 1.32 goals against average. Second for the Panthers, that is Daniel Beaupre. He's been pointless the last couple of games. 4 goals versus McKendree back on November 22nd, and points in all but 9 of the 22 games that he's played, averaging 1.27 points per game. Third for the Panthers, that is Anmol Garcha. 4-game point streak, 1 goal and 4 assists during those 4 games. And in the past 9, 2 goals and 8 assists. He had a career high 5 assists against Roosevelt back on October 26th. 27 points for him, averaging 1.29 points per game. The 4th leading scorer for the Drury Panthers, and that is KT Walters. A 5-game point streak, 3 goals and 3 assists during that. A 2-game goal streak and 6 multi-point games for his credit. 25 points this season, 12 assists, and 1.14 points per game. 5th for the Panthers, that is Joe Davidson. He has a 2-game point streak, 1 goal and 1 assist. 3 goals and 3 assists versus Roosevelt back on October 25th. That's one of his highest production days of the season, and points in all but 4 games played. 23 points, 1.28 points per game average. Looking at the goaltenders for the Drury Panthers, Joseph Kuchaslo has seen most of the action. He's 12-1 in 15 games, 1.93 goals against average, 933 save percentage. Brett Sweet in 4 games, he's 4-0 with a 1.0 goals against average and a 969 save percentage. But it will be Josh Robbins, and that is his record with a Division III game that he played. If you count just his Division I record, he's 4-0 with a 9.0 2.20 goals against average and a 9.13 save percentage. So all three of the goaltenders in the 900s in save percentage this season. And of course, Joshua Robbins will start here tonight for the Drury Panthers. Let's look at the leaders for the visitors. But before we do that, we'll talk about Northern Illinois University. Ranked number 59 in the 11th ACHA Division poll. This is their 4th season in Division I. Now they are 6-5 in the last 11 games. They did sweep Illinois on November 15th and 16th, but had a split against Iowa State, most recently January 17th and 18th. In Game 1, Keaton Peters scored minute 5 into overtime for a 5-4 victory, and Matthew Jurgens stopped 44 of 49 in a 5-3 loss, unfortunately, for the Huskies in that game. Northern Illinois is 2-3 in overtime or shootout games. We talked about the 6-5 overtime win versus Iowa State, and then a 2-1 victory over Illinois on November 15th, but a 4-3 overtime loss to Northwood on October 19th, and then a pair of shootout losses against McKendree, October 11th and 12th. For the Huskies, who come in at 10-14-3 this season. Let's take a look at some of the leaders that we have for these teams and for the Huskies, that is. And leading is George Smith, 35 points, 16 goals, 19 assists. Robbie Zimmerman, he is second. And Zimmerman with 18 assists this season. George Smith does lead in the assist category, with Zimmerman right behind him, averaging 1.23 points per game. Keaton Peters, talked about getting the big goal the other day for him, now has 9 goals on the season. And Peter Van Voorhees with 9 goals also and 20 points this season, along with the 5th leader, and Brandon Weitzel, 11 goals and 12 assists, 23 points for him, averaging 1.28 points per game. The top 5 are part of 6 players who figure in double-digit scoring for the Huskies. Let's look at the goaltending core for this squad, and they have 4 goaltenders: Joseph Miller, Grant Goodson, Tristan Sucher, but it will be Matthew Jurgens tonight. And Jurgens, whose last game was a 5-3 loss to Iowa State on January 18th, stopped 44 of 49, as we mentioned. He'll be in net tonight. 4.07 goals against average and a record of 5-7-3. We'll look at the matchup for these two teams between the Panthers and the Huskies. Well, the Huskies own the Panthers own almost everything, except the Huskies, though, do lead on the power play percentage, 22 of 99, 77. Take that back. They are 27 for 106 with 25.5% on the power play. Panthers 24 for 106 and 22.6%. But the Panthers lead record-wise, goals for, goals against, goals differential, and on the penalty kill. So this team, the Panthers and the Huskies, seem to go the Panthers' way, but if the Huskies have any say about that, it will be a different contest as we take a look at finishing out the Cadence Insurance pregame report. Huskies have made their way out onto the ice. So have the non-starters for the Drury Panthers, and we will join public address announcer Kevin Klein for the introduction and the on-ice festivities.
ACHA matchup between the visiting Northern Illinois University Huskies and your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator for tonight is Ryan Robb. Tonight's officials: Mark Marzola and James Holmes, your referees, and C.J. Luetkemeyer and David Hill, your linesmen. Penalty box officials: Danny McIntyre and Jaden Robb. Broadcast team is Steve Casson, Scott Lutsky, and Amari Johnson with Web Sports Radio, and our music director, is Renee Cook. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Huskies. At left wing, number 40, Dominic Varallo. At right wing, number 28, Ryan Morgan. At center, number 23, Rodon Evans. At left defense, number 16, Luke Marks. At right defense, number 4, Keaton Peters. In goal, number 35, Matthew Juergens. The Huskies head coach is Mike Bangs, assistant coach Justin Garr.
Want to ring the bell?
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
This game is not for nice people. This game is not for nice people. I'm gonna hit you in the mouth for 60 minutes. All you gotta do is beat you. It won't be me. 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 It won't be me.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting 6 for your Drury University Panthers. At left wing, a sophomore from Nelson, British Columbia, Canada, number 39, Joe Davidson. At right wing, a freshman from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, number 88, Admo Garcha. At center, a sophomore from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada, number 9, K.T. Walters. And at left defense, a freshman from Shorewood Park, Alberta, Canada, number 84, Gavin McIntosh. At right defense, a senior from St. Paul de Abbotsford, Quebec, Canada, number 13, Francis Yamanar. And in goal, a junior from Blackie, Alberta, Canada, number 31, Josh Robbins. The Panthers are led by head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. The Panthers athletic trainer is Sarah Robinson, and the strength coach is Corey Roy. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask now that you continue standing if you're able. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem performed tonight by Renee Cook.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's glass gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight of the ramparts we watch, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our national anthem from the Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. And inside the Big Slice broadcast booth, let's head back down to the ice.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for some...
Well, maybe not. I thought they had some on-ice festivities. That has all been taken care of. So we are about ready to go here in period number 1. The number 7 Drury Panthers, number 59 University of Illinois Huskies. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Casson along with Amari Johnson and Scott Lutzke. Amari, hello.
Hello, how you doing, Steve?
Scared me a little bit?
Nah, never that.
You're here, though. That's all that matters.
I'm always
Always right on time.
There you always on time. There, because if you're late, you're not on time, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So.
All right, we are ready for period number 1. Panthers skating from the left to the right, and from the right to the left it will be the Huskies. And quickly the puck is taken away by the Huskies. Keaton Peters will have it. 9 goals, 11 assists for him this season, but the Panthers steal immediately. They work a 3-on-3 into the zone. Walters with it. Cross it over to the left side now from the right. Amal Garcia with it. He'll work it down low. Spin around with Davidson off the boards, working it up top. Now drop it down low. Garcia is there to chase. He'll send it through the sticks of Marks. And Luke Marks with 2 goals and 1 assist. Tries to work it down low. Tried to get it out. Couldn't do it. Panthers with it again. Garcia. He'll work it behind the net. Trying to send it over to the far side. Can't get it there. It's double team. Davidson is there for the Panthers. Helping out is Keaton Peters to try to move it along, but the Panthers still with possession. Down to 1 minute expired in this first period, and Panthers have had the possession. They get a drive in. It's blocked, and it's cleared by Evans, and all the way down. Panthers will race. Kept in, and it will be taken away by Drury and Gavin McIntosh. Worked into the near side boards. Panthers across the line. Sent down in by KT Walters. 5-game point streak for Walters. Puck tipped up over the net. It's Jackson Truchan, newest member of the Panthers. 2 assists in 4 games from the University of Dubuque, an NCAA Division III team. Now Aston to get it up top. Looking on the right side. Now the left side score! Luke Aston will get goal number 12 as he gets the return pass, and the Panthers take the 1-0 lead. And for Luke Aston, that continues with the 3 assists that he got back on January 18th, so a 2-game assist streak for him.
Panthers goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 18, Luke Aston. Assisted on the play by number 22, Lucas Sidonic. Time of the goal, 1:52. Aston from Sidonic at 1:52.
So the Panthers take the 1-0 lead here early in this period, and you could see it. There was a lot of offensive zone time for the Panthers. Shot that just beat Juergens up over his right shoulder. Panthers have it again, off the faceoff. A shot that comes in is blocked. It came off of Levi Brewer's stick, and it's out to center ice. Now Brewer with it, has some room left side. Brewer, cross ice pass, broken up nicely by Jeff Shirkey. But the Panthers with some pressure. They're able to keep it in. Here's Matthew Johnson. Drops it down. Work it around to the near side to Hawley. Up top from Jameson. Now it will go to Hawley on the half boards. He'll swing it back down around again. Trying to once again hit Matthew Johnson. Up top. Brewer, he'll work it around. Try to get into the corner. Trying to tip at it, check at it is Luke Marks. Couldn't get it. Panthers keep it. Here is St. Clair. Up top. Across as O'Rourke will keep it in and drop it down for the Drury Panthers. Ethan O'Rourke, 6 goals, 8 assists for the sophomore. Pass comes right through the crease, and it goes off of the stick of Louis Fournier. Fournier this season doesn't have any points in 3 games, but the Panthers get one here. St. Clair will get the goal. And for Jamison St. Clair, that is his 9th of the season. It's 2-0 Drury. At the tail end of that one there. $15-20, or make that 5. Make that 3:26 will be the time of the goal.
Panthers goal, his 9th of the season, scored by number 7, Jamison St. Clair. Assisted on the play by number 19, Jacob Holly, and number 76, Louis Fournier. Time of the goal, 3:26. St. Clair from Holly and Fournier at 3:26.
Offside here, so we get a stoppage in play. 16:12 to go in the period. 2 shots, 2 goals for the Panthers. Aston is 12th, St. Clair his 9th. Those coming about a minute and change in between each other. Now the Huskies back down in their own zone. 16:02 and the clock continuing to roll. Panthers will dig the puck out. They bring it across the line. Fournier does. He'll drop it to the center, and it's broken up nicely on a stick check by Dominic Borallo. Up top again to the Panthers. Kind of making it a clinic here. Here's Gale with the drive, or to Fournier, who got the drive, and it gets deflected, but here's O'Rourke. He'll work it through. Far side, drive in, fought off by Juergens on the shot that came from Caden Slobodian. Puck is kicked at the line, and an offside is what will be called. 15:25 remaining in the period. This is a team made up of mostly Canadians. There is 1, 2, 3 from the United States. Everybody else is from Canada. Here's Keaton Peters. Was able to get it out to center to Cam Cathantha. 15:06 to go in the period. Garcha tried to make a move, and they did make the move, did the Huskies, as Ethan Koval got a shot in. 5-1 are shots, speaking of shots, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. Off the draw, puck out to center. Truchon, he'll work it over to the far side. They get it to St. Clair, drive in, fought off by Juergens. Worked into the corner, taken by Sinclair. He'll have it. Now to Beaupre, has some room down the middle. Broken up, taken away by Varallo, and he's able to clear it out to center ice. Off the stick of Jamison St. Clair, enough to check it away from his defender, and the puck goes in the near side corner. To the line. Held in by Shirky. And worked out to center, and the Panthers will have it. 2-0 Drury. Across the line with some room. Beaupre drops it down now to Aston. They will work it up top. Pulled off of St. Clair's stick and out to center ice and all the way down for an icing call. Icing with 13:59 to go in the period. Face-off will bring it back into the Huskies' end of the ice. Face off to the right of Juergens, left as you look at it on Web Sports Radio. Holly in to take the draw for the Panthers. For the Huskies, it's Shirky, and Panthers get the draw win. Shot in, missing wide off the stick of Gavin McIntosh. Now to Francis Young-Menard with a shot in, a pad save by Juergens. He'll hold on, 13:50 to go in the period. 2-0 Drury. Goals coming at 1:52. Aston is 12th. 3:26, St. Clair, his 9th. Francis Young-Menard works the puck. He had a 6-game point streak, lost that. He had no points last game against Purdue Northwest. Now battle at the half boards. Holly will be the recipient of the puck. Off the wall to him. Here comes Holly. Now left side, centered in front as they tried to connect with Matthew Johnston. Puck is off the boards, kept in. Panthers will hold it. Young Menard right in the middle, taken away by Jason Castaneda. Has 11 assists this season to go with his 1 goal. 12 points. Puck sent all the way down into the Drury Panthers zone. With those 12 points, that puts him tied for 10th. Here come Drury once again across the line. Johnston looking for everyone to catch up. Down low to Jameson. Jameson with it again. Has some room off the boards. Connects. Here's a shot by Sadownik that gets deflected up and out of play. They're going to say it stays in the zone with 12:34 to go in the period. Shots are 6-1 Drury. Minute 30 later, the Panthers get a goal after they got their first. Off the draw, puck comes out. Varala with it. He'll work it down to the Panthers zone. Drury with Adam Layden, another newcomer to the Panthers. And Layden, who is just playing in his 2nd game this season. He came over from the Ontario Junior Reign where he had 4 goals and 9 assists in 29 games. Here's Gale behind the net. Gale will work it for the Panthers. Up top to Sadownik. Right side down in low. Work it to O'Rourke. He tries to get out of the stick work of Peters. Left side, drive in, pad, save Juergens on the shot that originated from the left side by Adam Layden. And we get a stoppage in play here with 11:44 to go in the period. 7th shot. Face off in the Panthers zone, or take that back in the Huskies zone. Panthers on the offense. Work down in low. Garcha. He gets pushed by Van Voorhees. Puck up the middle. Walters with it. Fanned on shot by St. Clair. And the puck is cleared out to center. St. Clair's pass makes its way through as it connects with Walters. Now Walters to St. Clair. Cross ice. They'll get it to Brewer. Back to St. Clair along the blue line. Drops it down low. Working it around for Walters. 13 goals, 12 assists for KT Walters. Mentioned a 5-game point streak for him on the line. Now to Brewer. Working it behind the net. Almost like with ease are the Panthers as they move the puck. Here's Garcha. He gets stripped of the puck, gets taken away and cleared by Cam Pathana all the way down. Drive comes in. First good opportunity for the Panthers and a save by Robbins. Puck flicked off the boards, taken away by the Panthers. And Truchon off of his stick at the line. Drive comes in, save Robbins, rebound in front, they score! Although it's going to be waved off. The official is waving it off. No goal. Right after that happened, the official waved it off, no goal, and I don't know if this is a potential penalty that is going to be called, and that's why there's no goal.
The goal has been waved off due to a kicking violation. No goal.
So that's the call. So they have 2 shots and no goal now. Puck is tipped up off the stick of Beaupre and in on goal where Juergens will hold on. 10 minutes exactly remaining in the period. Now, Mari, have you ever gone to a game where you have a contest, you can win a big prize if the clock stops at 10 minutes exactly?
I never had that before.
Yeah, Kings used to have things like that. And very rarely would people win, but I had a friend that actually won.
That is actually sick.
Yeah, I think it was season tickets, something to that effect. That's got to be nice.
Yeah.
And yet you had to predict what period, you know, all that kind of stuff, and they won. 9:54 to go in this period, period number 1. Panthers with possession. They have it up top. It's taken away as it was Shirky to clear it out to center ice, and the Panthers back in their own zone with Francis Young-Menard. First period intermission guest will be Anmol Garcha. We'll talk to him. Buck back for the Panthers in their own zone. Gavin McIntosh. Now the Panthers had it worked up, but it's taken away by Rodan Evans. Cleared out to center and all the way down to the Panthers zone. Back behind the net. Young-Menard is there, brings it out in front, but it's taken away. Truchon. He'll have it, has some room. Truchon in front, he shoots, and he missed wide. Wide to the right, looking for his first point or goal, that is, with the Panthers. And the puck is taken away and cleared out to center ice. Here goes Evans. 9 goals, 10 assists for him. Rims it all the way around from the near side to the far side. Panthers, they'll work it. Jameson, they'll bring it across the line to Sadownik. Now the follower, Beaupre scores! Snapped it from the right face-off dot. It's 3-0 Drury as Daniel Beaupre, who had no points in his last 2 games, finally gets one on the board here. Had some room, looked. You can see the water bottle move. 3-0 Drury. So Beaupre will get his 8th of the season. It's coming at 11-16 on their 10th shot.
Goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 8, Daniel Beaupre. Assisted on the play by number 22, Lucas Sadownik, and number 81, Devin Jameson. Time of the goal, 11-16. Beaupre from Sadownik and Jameson at 11-16.
That's the call there. It's the Panthers grab a 3-0 advantage here in this period number 1. On the line for Sadownik. Apparently it's good, but it's tipped out to center ice. Jameson trying to avoid any kind of penalty on Pathana. Now here come the Panthers across the line. They score! Jameson gets the shot up top. It bounces off the pads of the goaltender Jurgens and in, and it's 4-0 Drury. This one at 12:01. And for Jameson, that'll be his 8th of the season.
Panthers goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 81, Devin Jameson. Assisted on the play by number 29, Matthew Johnston. Time of the goal, 12:01. Jameson from Johnston at 12:01.
And there is a new goaltender in now for the Huskies, and it'll be Joseph Miller. So Miller comes in after Jurgens faced 11 shots. So we'll see what happens here. Sometimes a goaltender change works, sometimes it doesn't. Panthers will bring it across the line. Miller comes in. In 4 games, he's 0-4. His last 3 prior to his last one were no decisions. His only loss, a 10-1 loss to University of Mary on October 6th. He stopped 20 of 25. They only played 24-23 through the second period of that game. So it comes in relief here. A 7.45 goals against average. Penalty on the board now. Keaton Peters in the sin bin. So the Panthers will have their first power play opportunity.
Penalty to number 4, Keaton Peters. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 13:08. Peters, 2-minute minor for cross-checking at 13:08.
Drury with a man advantage. Davidson clears the zone. Cross to Garcha. Has some room. He shoots, and it just went off of the arm of Miller. Puck kept in by the Panthers. Good play there by Sadownik. Now over to Walters. Trying to work it around. Up top, Sadownik shoots, and it was tipped just wide. Chasing it is Castaneda, but the Panthers have it again to Davidson. Backhander in front. He shoots. Save Miller. And Miller lost track of where the puck was. It was underneath him. A good foot and a half away from the goal line, so everything's good there. 1:19 to go in the period. Or excuse me, 1:19 to go in the power play. 6:08 to go in the period. Panthers have it again. Francis Young-Menard works it over to the corner. Truchon up top. Shot missing as it was blocked, so Aston will recover. Aston with it again, has some room. Aston looked to center it, it's broken up. Defensive work there by Van Voorhees, and it's cleared out to center ice. Panthers work the puck at center. Aston once again. 41 seconds remaining in the power play. Aston across the line. Aston has some room in front. It's deflected away. Worked away from Jamison. Evans was there with a good defensive play for the Huskies, and it's cleared back into the Drury end. 27 seconds remaining in the power play. 15-14 to go in the period. Shots 13-3 in favor of Drury. Beaupre up top to Young-Menard. Left side to Truchon. Truchon with it. Truchon works around some stick work of Marks. Shot in, glove save as Francis Young-Menard got the drive, and a good glove save there by Miller. He'll hold on. 5 seconds to go in the power play. 4:57 remaining in this period. It's already a 4-0 lead for Drury. Aston at 1:52, St. Clair 3:26, Beaupre 11:16, and 12:01 Jameson. Draw one, 2 seconds to go on the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck is fanned on by Fournier. Taken down low by Sadownik. Worked up top. Here's a drive shot, score! Slobodian gets the drive. It banked off the post and the pad of the goaltender Miller and just crossed across the line. And the Panthers have goal number 5 on the board. You can see the shot there. It banked off the post and just had enough to go in. Here in the first period, coming at 16-20.
Goal. His 5th of the season. Scored by number 12, Caden Slobodian. Assisted on the play by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke. Time of the goal, 15:20. Slobodian from O'Rourke at 15:20.
So a 5-0 lead for the Panthers. Look at the referee's crease and all the way in. We've already had a goaltender change. Matthew Juergens started, faced 11 shots, gave up 4 goals, and now it's Joseph Miller in net. Van Voorhees with a check. Shot comes in from Brewer, and Miller is able to steer it into the corner. Now to the behind the net, St. Clair already has a goal. It's flipped up top, working it to Walters. St. Clair drive that gets deflected back behind the net. Walters is there, but it's cleared out to center ice, and here come the Huskies as they want a line change. So Zimmerman will send it all the way down. Panthers will work out of their own zone. Shots 19-3 in favor of Drury. They bring it across the line with some effort by Walters and a drive in. That's covered up by Miller. Face-off will be to the right of the goaltender Miller, left as you look at it. Walters was in to take the draw from Evans. Puck behind the net, working over to the far side. Here comes Evans. He'll have it left side. Evans with some room. Drops it down, and a backhander by Varallo was deflected away by the goaltender. 2:52 remains. Shot out in front, and another attempt that was deflected away. So some shots here that are on net for the Huskies. Here come the Panthers. They bring it across the line. Davidson drive in. Blocker saved by Miller. Follow up no good by Brewer, and it's covered up by the goaltender Miller. 2:31 to go in the period. And a full sail change for both teams. Panthers come in at 21-1, number 7. And the Huskies, number 59, they are in at 10-13-3. Aston trying to keep it in. Rolls off of him and out to center ice, and the Panthers regroup. They'll bring it across to Truchon. Truchon with it. Couldn't get a good shot off as Van Voorhees was right there to break up everything. Now Beaupre. They'll work it around. 2:02 to go in the period. Truchon. Down in low, cycles it. Works for a centering pass. Beaupre couldn't get it. Now he has possession. Good defensive work by Castaneda, and he is able to keep the Panthers from getting a good opportunity there. Now it's Aston across the line, working it into the corner. Centering pass doesn't work as Adam Layden tried to get it through. Dropping a stick was Castaneda for Northern Illinois. Puck is taken away and cleared out to center. Raced all the way in by Francis Young-Menard, but instead a Husky comes in there to pick it up. Gets a shot off that goes behind the net. That Husky going to the bench. Can't pick him up. I believe, I'll have to double check, that might have been Zimmerman. Now behind the net. In the Huskies zone. We're down to 1 minute remaining in the period. Beaupre, he gets pushed by Zimmerman. Drive comes in, good save there, and actually that was not, that was George Smith. Puck is out to center. Now grabbed by Zimmerman. He'll have it, work it all the way around. Pressured by Sadownik. Move to the far side. 30 seconds to go in the period. Shots 22-5 in favor of the Panthers. Coming up, first intermission, and Mulgarcha. Drive comes in, save Miller on the shot by Jamieson. In front is Ethan Koval defensively for the Huskies, and the puck is cleared out to center with 9 seconds remaining. Zimmerman trying to get a shot off. He does. That is covered up by goaltender Josh Robbins with 3.4 seconds left. And a 5-0 lead. Shot right at the buzzer, was swept right through the crease. And the first period ends with a 5-0 lead for the Panthers.
For Drury, at 1:52, goal scored by number 18, Luke Aston, his 12th of the season. assisted on that play by number 22, Lucas Sidonic. At 3:26, Drury goal by number 7, Jamison St. Clair, his 9th of the season, assisted by number 19, Jake Holly, and number 76, Louis Fournier. For Drury, at 11:16, goal scored by number 8, Daniel Beaupre, his 8th of the season, assisted on the play by number 22, Lucas Sidonic, and number 81, Devin Jamison. For Drury, at 12:01, Jamison with the goal, his 8th of the season, assisted on that play by number 29, Matthew Johnston. And the final goal of the period, scored by number 12, Lucas Sidonic, Caden Slobodian, his 5th of the season, assisted on the play by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke, and number 22, Lucas Sidonic.
So they are adding an assist to Sidonic. That is 3 assists already for Lucas Sidonic, as the Panthers have a 5-0 advantage. Shots on goal, a combination of Miller and Juergens, 22. So Miller faced 11 in that first period, 2-period total of 22, and just 7 shots on Josh Robbins. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we will talk with Anmol Garcha, one of the top players for the Drury Panthers. Do that in just a moment. It's a 5-0 lead for Drury after 1.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now talking with Anmol Garcha of the Drury Panthers. 3rd leading scorer, 10 goals, 17 assists, averaging about 1.29 points per game. Okay, does stats mean anything to you?
I mean, it's nice to have them, but I mean, deep down, like I kind of do care about them. But at the end of the day, it's just about getting wins and helping the team win. So, yeah.
So at the end of the day, if you kind of look at it maybe after the game and say, oh, okay, I got, that's cool, but as long as you win the game.
I would be lying if I said that there wasn't a little bit like that, but I don't know. I just want to contribute and help my team win and do what I can, so.
There you go. Yeah, and of course you got to score in order to help your team win. So I get that. So you're on a team now that, you know, last year did some good things in Division II, and now you're in Division I, and you're doing phenomenal things, ranked number 7 now as you come into play this weekend. What's it like to be on a team like this?
I don't know. It's just super close group of guys, and it's just a lot of fun playing, and we're on a roll, and when we're on a roll, good things keep happening. You get the bounces, and it's just no quit in this group. Like last week, we were down 4-1, and we were able to come back and win the game, and even when we thought we were out of it, we never quit, and it's just nice to be on a team where you know that whenever you're down, whenever anything's going bad, that we'll always be able to bounce back. So.
And you talk about that. That was a 5-4 shootout win, and that's kind of a situation where, when I say everything had to go right, yes, everything had to go right, but basically, like you say, the team had to turn it on. The team had to face adversity in the fact that you were down, that maybe you had enough to tie it. Your goaltender had to play well. You go into the shootout, you had to at least score in the shootout. Do you feel, or let's not use specifically you, but the team, does the team feel like, oh, we've got so much pressure, or do we put pressure on ourselves, or do you not even worry about any of that?
It's not, I don't think there's a lot of pressure put on us by ourselves. Maybe obviously there is a little bit because we need to be winning games, right? The ultimate goal is to get the Nationals, right? So. But at the end of the day, we know what we're capable of, and we know where we stand, and we know that whenever we're in bad situations, we'll always be able to make good of it, and that's kind of an example this weekend. So,
early on, you had the one loss with Central Oklahoma. When I say how important was it to get that loss. Was it important to get that loss early?
Yeah, it was super important. We kind of came into that game thinking that we were going to win, and obviously we didn't. And it's kind of a wake-up call for a team that we need to be on it every night. And ever since then, we've been on it, so it's been good.
Talking with Anmol Garcha of the Drury Panthers. Well, let's talk about what brought you to Drury.
I was kind of hesitant about playing college at first, especially like moving away from home and playing college. And I already knew like a couple of guys and then down here, and then they kind of reached out to me, and Jeremy reached out to me and said that a bunch of my buddies were also coming down here. So that was kind of like a big part of it, and I would have regretted not coming here because I've had a blast, and I know all the other guys have had a blast. So it's just, yeah, my buddies being here was kind of like the main thing. But
that's obviously a good thing when you know somebody, and you know several people, and most of the guys are from Canada anyway. So you know, either way, you've got the Canadian roots.
Like I already kind of knew like everybody from Western Canada pretty much. We all played against each other, so it was an easy transition coming here. So.
If I quickly scan the roster, I would say 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 are from the United States. Everybody else from Canada. So do you feel like it's kind of the same team that you played up in Canada?
Yeah, kind of. It feels like we already have a little bit of chemistry, kind of, and it just kind of worked well. We gel well, so it's nice.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a physician. And just a general physician, but I got to do a lot of schooling to do that, so hopefully I can do well in school and become a doctor, but that's kind of my goal. But.
Have you started taking any of those classes yet?
Yeah, I'm a biology major, so I've started taking like a few science classes, and it's been smooth sailing so far, but I just got to keep going and do what I can.
So a general practitioner, or do you want to get into maybe the other sciences?
I don't really want to get into the other sciences. Just like a general practitioner is kind of my goal, but I don't want to be in school forever. So
no, but at the same time, you probably don't want to have the bills that are going to come in too, right?
We'll see when we get there, right? But,
there you go. Anything maybe that you want to continue with hockey after this, or?
I don't know. If an opportunity comes up where I feel like it's a good fit, or maybe I want to keep playing, then I'll definitely look at it, but we'll see, right? So,
Anmol Garcha is joining us of the Drury Panthers. Was hockey always your favorite sport?
Yeah, my dad, he actually came from India to Canada, and when I was super, super young, my dad kind of watched a hockey game, and he fell in love with the sport, and I've been playing since I was 5, and it's just kind of stuck with me, and it's a big part of my life, and especially like the NHL. I'm like a big fan of the NHL and just hockey in general, so yeah, been a big fan.
You started at 5. You're a latecomer.
Yeah, I guess maybe for a Canadian, maybe but yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. I would have regretted not playing. So.
I thought Canadians were born with skates on the feet.
Yeah, a lot of them are. I guess I was a little late, but yeah.
Now you grew up in Sherwood Park. That's in Alberta, so it's one province away from Vancouver area. What's it like there? Was it cold there, or
in Vancouver, like that area, or in Sherwood Park?
In Sherwood Park.
Sherwood Park. Yeah, it's a lot colder than it is here. I think when I was back home for the break, the weather was like terrible. You couldn't really go outside because it was so cold. So it's a little bit nicer here that I'm able to go outside. And
I don't know about today though. It's pretty cold today.
Today was pretty cold, but back home was just so bad. Like I couldn't be outside for like 5 minutes. I'd be like my fingertips be frozen, my nose, everything.
Is it fair to say that you're used now to American weather?
Yeah, I guess the summers were when I first got here in August. It was really hot, and I wasn't kind of adjusted. But it's easier to adjust in the winter because it's like not cold at all here, right? But other than that, yeah, it's pretty easy, I think.
When you grew up, were you able to go play outside, play on the ice rinks, or ponds outside?
Yeah. We have outdoor rinks like everywhere, ponds everywhere. It's pretty accessible where we are, but obviously you guys, it's not cold enough and it doesn't snow enough here that you guys can have that. But back home in Sherwood Park and Alberta area, there's a lot of outdoor rinks we can go to.
That's always got to be nice when you can just wake up and get out and skate, and here you actually have to pay money to skate.
Yeah, pay money. Yeah, you just go there for free and just hang out with some buddies. It's always a good time. So
that's got to be fun. And Anmol Garcha is joining us of the Drury Panthers. Who is your favorite NHL player?
Crosby's probably my favorite player. Yeah. I'd probably Matthews is up there too because I'm a pretty big Toronto fan. So
okay, good deal.
Yeah, probably Crosby's my number one though.
Well, you're from Alberta. You're no Oilers, no.
My dad's a Oilers fan. He actually has season tickets to the Oilers, like games, and he loves the Oilers. I don't know. I just don't like the Oilers. I just kind of grew up not liking them. I wanted to be different, I guess. But
no Flames, no Winnipeg, nothing.
No, Toronto.
Just Toronto.
Just bleed blue. I bleed blue.
There you go. Way to go. Yeah, I'm a newly Toronto fan too. Partially because of Chief.
Yeah.
From the Blues moving over there. So.
Yeah, no, he's a good coach. He's gonna whip these boys into a cup for sure. I hope at least. I'm tired of my buddies making fun of me for being a Leafs fan.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Get past the first round.
Yeah, that's all they say. I don't even have an argument anymore. But.
There you go. And Malgarcha is joining us of the Drury Panthers. When you get ready for a game, do you have any kind of ritual or anything that you need to do to get prepared?
I don't know. I listen to my own music. I kind of have my headphones and kind of dial in, and I'll tape my sticks. I'll get to the rink at a certain time around like 4:15, 4:30ish. I'll tape my sticks, sharpen my skates, then I'll kind of hang out and just do my own thing for a little bit. But I'm not too meticulous or anything, but I kind of just like putting my headphones in, doing my own thing, listening to music and getting ready.
Who on the team is maybe the most inspirational? I mean, who gives that locker room speech or who, when things are down, if they've ever been down for you guys, just kind of pumps everybody up?
I think our leadership group in general as a whole has been pretty good at speaking, and our captain, Jacob Hawley, he's got a lot of inspiration in the periods and kind of helps us out, lifts us up a little bit. But as a whole, our team is pretty good about being vocal and letting guys know when they're doing stuff wrong and stuff, right? So, or when they're doing something right. It's a whole team effort on that part.
Who's the best chirper on the team?
I hate to give him this. I hate to give him props, but Devin Jameson's probably the best chirper on the team, and yeah, he kind of rattles me a few times too. So that's why I hate to give him this, but he's probably the best chirper. Yeah.
Is there a goal? And I know you've scored 10. Is there a goal that sticks out to you as one of the best?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
just a goal that you think you'll always remember?
Probably the one last week against Purdue. I scored the tying goal to go into overtime. It was just a nice play on a 6-on-4, and I was able to hit a one-timer in the net, and we won that game. So that's probably the goal that sticks out to me the most.
And Malgarcha is joining us of the Drury Panthers. When you first got here, obviously it's much different from Canada, but is there something, and it could either be in Springfield or maybe another place that you've gone to, that sticks out in your mind that I can't believe they have this here, whether it's food or wherever you've been, something in the United States?
Maybe just guns is the only thing, because we're not really allowed to carry, open carry and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if I was mistaken. I've seen dudes with or people with like gun holsters, and they have like a gun in there, and I'm like, that type of stuff you don't see in Canada at all. So that's like the biggest culture shock for us coming down here.
I wouldn't blame you at all. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's pretty culture shock.
Yeah.
Here in the United States. One last question is there a player on the team right now that has a stick that you're like, I kind of wish I had that stick?
A stick?
Yeah. No?
I don't think so. I think Daniel Beaupre, when he went home, his dad bought him a stick, and it's super nice. Maybe I wish I had it, but it's super expensive, and they break easily. And I kind of used to get those sticks, and I just would break too many, so I'm just fine with the sticks I have now. So
are yours the cheap ones?
We got the team orders a bunch of sticks for us, so I just use those. But I've been using those types of sticks for like years now because they don't break as easy. But yeah.
There you go. That'll work. And Malgarcha joining us of the Drury Panthers at the end of interviews. I always wish players more goals.
Yep.
So I wish you more goals. I know you have 10 and 17 assists, but get some more.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
I appreciate it. That is Malgarcha of the Drury Panthers. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. And the Big Slice broadcast booth, Steve Casson with you. Scott Lutzke keeps us on the air. And Amari Johnson doing his best with his fantastic camera work. And we have just, for those of you who are wondering, there is a Division III game after this. We will not have the Division III game on video for you. A lot of the reasons include the fact that I'm just not doing too well. That's the best I can do just to get this game going on. So I will rest up. I will have some good sleep and be able to do tomorrow's game. And Amari, you're going to film it.
Yep, I'll be in the building.
All right. Amari will be in the building tomorrow. So we will have the Division III game for you on video tomorrow, right here on Web Sports Radio. So don't forget to tune in 2 o'clock for that. In fact, the Panthers Division III team, they have a couple of more home games, and that includes Missouri State. That will be on the 28th of February and March 1st. So we'll have those games for you also right here on Web Sports Radio. Fresh 20 minutes on the clock. And we'll get ready to start period number 2. I will say, Amari, that there is no Andes for me tonight.
I know it'll be amazing. 5 goals already in the first period. Like, come on now.
Should you get like double or triple if you score more? We've done that before when a team has scored 10 and we said, do you get double? No, you don't get double.
I know, that sucks. Come on, Drury. Let's get the best sponsor.
It's all good. We are in period number 2 now, and the Panthers will have possession. McIntosh will bring it across, and it'll get tipped down into the Huskies' end of the ice, Northern Illinois. They'll have possession briefly and bring it back into their own far side boards. In nets now, Joseph Miller. He came in relief of Matthew Juergens as we get an offside called here. Offside with 25 seconds expired in this period between these two teams. Drury coming in at 21-1, ranked number 7 this season. And Northern Illinois ranked number 59 at 10-13-3. McIntosh out of his own zone. Puck briefly tipped away by Evans. And we come back the other way, 2-on-2, but KT Walters is able to break it up. He'll bring it out to center, across the line. Here's Garcha. We just talked to him, and usually players, when we talk to, get goals. We'll see what happens. Garcha with it, has opportunity to shoot. He does now, and a save Miller. Garcha with it again, working right side. Francis Young-Menard. Panthers will still have the opportunity here. It's been possession mostly for the Panthers in this contest. Far side to McIntosh, make that the near side boards, as our angle is a little different. A sweep pass, or excuse me, a sweep shot by Beaupre, misses the net. And he goes to the far side. Huskies with it. They are not able to clear. Drive comes in by Joe Davidson, and Miller covers up. So 18:27 to go in the period. Second period intermission, Josh Robbins. He will be our guest. Panthers with the draw. They'll work it up top. Sadownik with a drive that misses. Lucas already has 3 assists. Jamison has a goal and an assist for the Panthers. And they lead 5-0. Now back in the Huskies zone. Good pressure applied by Drury. Now the Huskies work it up top. They'll get it out to center. Left to right across the line. Zimmerman has some room, trying to work it back down in. Over to the near side, that is. Slobodian will grab it. Outlet pass. Truchon drops it back to Beaupre with a drive that misses wide. Ricochets out. It's a 2-on-1 for the Huskies. Drive in, save, rebound, loose, and as the puck came back to Robbie Zimmerman, he tried to bank it off the goaltender Robbins, and he couldn't do it. And that is the best opportunity as the rebound comes in now, and the Panthers score. Six nothing. As Drury will get the goal here. Truchon should get an assist as it was tipped in by Luke Aston, the give and go. Aston's second goal, 13th of the season.
His 13th of the season and second of the evening, scored by number 18, Luke Aston. Assisted on the play by number 8, Daniel Beaupre, and number 71, Jackson Truchon. Time of the goal, 2:51. Aston from Beaupre and Truchon at 2:51.
6-0 Panthers on their 24th shot. That was a beauty of a give and go. And Truchon will pick up his third assist this season, and he's only played 5 games. Centering pass. Stopped easily by Robbins. Back behind the net by Martin, who just fell down, and here come the Panthers. St. Clair across the line. Nice move, St. Clair. He shoots. He missed it wide to the right. 16 to go in this period. Line change for Drury. Now on the ice, Gavin McIntosh. Nice poke check away. As trying to come in was Martin, and McIntosh poked it away from him. Here come the Panthers. They bring it up to center. Lead pass on the backhander by Fournier. Goes behind the net to Ethan O'Rourke. 6 goals, 8 assists for him out of Penticton, British Columbia. O'Rourke has some room. He shoots in. Save Miller. 25th shot now applied. So Joseph Miller's career high shots, 35. So I can do my math here. Subtract 11. He's faced 14 thus far in this game, because 11 were applied on the starter, Matthew Juergens, who was pulled after it was a 4-0 game. So 25 to 9 of the shots right now. Face-off will come outside the zone. Francis Young-Menard. His pass makes its way to O'Rourke. They drop it down low. Fournier let it go. Worked to Jared Gale off of his stick. And it will be through a maze of sticks, and finally the Panthers gain control. Gale, lead pass. It'll go to Fournier. One hands it through. Broken up, taken by O'Rourke. Ethan O'Rourke, sophomore out of Penticton. Puck is cleared all the way down into the Drury end of the ice. Line change for the Huskies of Northern Illinois. Panthers work it across the line. O'Rourke, he shoots, blocked in front. Huskies have it across the line. Evans will try to work it down through. Rodon Evans, 9 goals, 10 assists for him this season. Puck is back into the Huskies zone. Mentioned Rodon Evans has a 3-game point scoring streak, a goal and 4 assists he's working on. He's the 5th leading scorer. For Nolan, Illinois. Puck brought all the way down into the Panthers zone. Slobodian is able to clear it out to center. Now here come the Panthers. Garcha looking in front, and he could not connect with KT Walters. Panthers, a couple of players fall down back behind the net. We get a whistle, stoppage and play. It's going to be a penalty. Looks like it might be a slashing call. There's 2 minutes on the board. Peter Van Voorhis will be called.
To number 7, Peter Van Voorhis. 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalty, 6:14. Van Voorhis, 2-minute minor for slashing at 6:14.
So power play for Drury. On the power play, 22.6%, 24 for 106. And they get a shot over, missing wide by Beaupre. And cleared back down. Slobodian. 3 assists for him. Or take that back. It is not Slobodian. It's Sadownik that had the 3. Panthers right side. 1:14 to go in the man advantage. Sadownik. They try to work it through to Garcha. He'll have it up top. Left side now. Right side drive by Walters. Blocker save. Walters again. Power play for 56 more seconds. Panthers have a 6-0 lead. Shot wide on the attempt in front by Garcha. Panthers still keep it in play. Walters works it to the corner now to Sadownik. Up top, Walters with it again. 37 seconds remain. And a shot missing wide on the attempt by Johnston. Panthers tic-tac-toe. They bring it up top. Sadownik, right side, feigning on it was Davidson. Puck is still held in. Working it is Davidson out in front, and it's into the corner. 14 seconds remaining. Under 12 to go in the period. Puck kept in. Worked down. Cross to the far side. Up top again. Blocker save on Joe Davidson. Power play is expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Panthers keep it. Working is Brewer. Got it down low. Panthers to work it over to Garcha. So even though nothing doing for the Panthers, they still need to change. They've had these same players on the ice for a while now. Puck out to center. And racing down, looking for a centering pass. Don't have this number as we get an icing call here. I'll have to double check who that is. Wearing a number 45, and I don't have that on my roster. Face off the right of Robbins. Huskies win the draw. Shot from the left side. Rimmed all the way around and grabbed by Fournier. Chasing him is Shirky. It's out to center ice. Fournier is recipient of the pass. Brings it across the line in the Husky zone. Panthers roll through. Gale with it. Right side stop up. And puck is taken away on an errant pass. It's cleared out to center. All the way down for St. Clair. Racing in is Martin. Here comes St. Clair, has some room. Right side, down the middle again. Followed up out in front. Fournier with a shot. Rebound missing wide. Had an open corner was Ethan O'Rourke, and he just missed it. Well, he missed it by about a foot. Back down into the Panthers zone. St. Clair. Now to McIntosh. Panthers 3-on-3. Fournier with a drive up top, and it missed. 10:04 to go in the period. Puck is cleared out. McIntosh to work the puck. Here is Aston. Has 2 goals, looking for 3. Luke has some room left side across the line. Luke shoots, it gets deflected up and out of play. 9:42 to go in the period.
It's the official home of the Drury Panthers Hockey Coaches Show and a great pregame spot for all events at Brightspeed Ice Park and surrounding venues. Join Panthers coaches and select
6-0 Drury. They scored 4, make that 5 in the first period. 1 here for a 6-0 advantage. Aston, the only goal scorer in both the first and the second period. Beaupre. McIntosh. That was actually Luke Aston again, 18, not 8. Now Beaupre lost it for a moment, cleared out to center ice. Back in the Panthers zone, a shot in, save on the drive by Jaden Yuckness. Now Francis Young-Menard swings it away to Aston off the boards. Panthers bring in a 3-on-3 into the zone. Tipped out in front by Francis Young-Menard, and a good save there by Miller. Shot in, save again. On the drive by Beaupre. Puck is now in the Panthers zone. Up high, Robbins makes the save on the shot in front by another player wearing a jersey we don't have. Wearing 81, we'll have to catch who that is. Beaupre. He'll work it in. Cleared back out to center. 8:18 to go in the period. Sadownik. Slobodian. Jamison. Tipped away from him. And chipped in by the Huskies. Working to Smith. Kept in. Good play. Smith looking for Zimmerman. Shot out in the middle. Up top, Panthers are able to clear as they look in front to Smith. Puck is out to center and back down to the Huskies' end of the ice. No icing waved off as Devin Jamison was there. Panthers steal again. Good defensive work at center by Matthew Johnston as the Huskies thought they had a race coming into the zone, but good stick work. Clears it away, and then this one gets taken away from Zimmerman. Here come the Panthers. Davidson with a drive. Pad save. Rebound behind the net. 7:13 to go in the period. Puck to Sadownik, looking for a centering attempt to Garcha. But it's broken up with 7 minutes to go in the period. Whistle, stoppage, and play. 6:52 to go in the period. Looks like 81 is Noble. Here might be a break right off the draw. Coming in, a drive, score! Dominic Varallo will get the goal, his 8th of the season. It breaks the shutout, and it is now 6-1. just takes one. Seventh of the season, unassisted.
Huskies goal scored by number 40, Dominic Varallo, unassisted at 13-16. Varallo, number 40, unassisted at 13-16.
So that breaks the shutout for Josh Robbins, who does not have one this season. On their 12th shot, here come the Panthers as they had an attempt from O'Rourke broken up. Now all of a sudden some new life. A penalty coming up, delayed call. It goes against the Panthers that tried to get the goalie out. It's a slashing call, or excuse me, a tripping call. Going into the penalty box will be Ethan O'Rourke on the trip. A little weak one right there, but either way. First power play for the Huskies. The tripping will be the call. 93.8% on the power play. The Panthers have only allowed 5 out of 80 attempts. Very effective with the man advantage. Or excuse me, very effective without the extra man, as they'd be shorthanded, of course. Puck to the far side. Room to the corner. Hawley is there, has it. Can he clear? No, he can't. But it is forced out to center ice by Fournier. They get back on side to the Huskies. Drive comes in, tipped out in front, broken up by Hawley, and he's able to move it out to center. Panthers have 5 shorthanded goals. 2 of them, Jared Gale, 1 by Jacob Hawley. St. Clair has a shorty. Corson Penman also has a shorty. Up the middle, Slobodian tries to break it away. Panthers cannot clear. Shot up as getting through was Evans, and he got the puck deflected, and it just went over the net. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Panthers with some pressure, but Gale will give it up. Now Drury in their own zone. They look to send it all the way down, and they get that. Gale near side boards. 20 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Panthers keep it in. St. Clair, he outworks. We'll have a centering pass out in front. Drive, save in the blocker as Jared Gale got the shot. And a good save by Miller. We come the other way. Across the line, working it down is Ryan Morgan. Power plays over. It's 5-on-5. A couple of players, including Sadownik and Peters, in the crease as here come the Panthers. They have a 3-on-2 into the zone. Up top, drive in, shot high by Slobodian. Looking for his 5th of the season. Now things have started to open up a little bit. Falling down at the line is Martin. Now a half-board battle there, and Sadownik will pick it up. Here comes the Panthers. Lucas Sadownik work down in the corner. Line change as Sadownik will get off. Panthers will have a whole new setup, and we got a goal here. Ethan O'Rourke coming on the ice will get the goal. The initial shot came in front from Adam Layden, and so Layden will get his first assist with the Panthers this season. You can see it set up. There's Layden, the shot, and just trying to poke it home. And actually, I take that back. That is the hat trick. That is a hat trick goal for Aston.
Goal, his 14th of the season and 3rd of the evening. Scored by number 18, Luke Aston. Assisted on the play by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke. and number 24, Adam Layden. Time of the goal, 16:53. Aston, his 14th of the season, 3rd of the night from O'Rourke and Layden at 16:53.
So Luke Aston with the hat trick. So he had 3 assists versus Purdue Northwest. Now this time 3 goals. So we get the puck whistled down. We'll bring it back just outside the Northern Illinois line. With that goal, Luke Aston now takes the goal scoring lead with his 14th. KT Walters has 13. So he is the leader. Panthers have possession. Spinning through everything was Jamison. Down to 2 minutes remaining in this period. Coming up, second period intermission. Josh Robbins will be our guest. 1:54 remains. Young Menard gets it over to McIntosh, who missed it wide. Up to Young Menard as it rimmed around, and a drive in will be gloved by Miller. Yeah. 1:39 to go in the period. Shots 32-12. Make that 33 on that one. .39 to go in this period. 7-1 favor of Drury. That is not their highest score in a game, at least at Division I. Puck is tipped away from Zimmerman, and it goes out to center ice. Walters looking to pick it up. Has possession, 3-on-1. Walters cross ice pass. It gets broken up and deflected away. So Panthers had a 3-on-1 developing. Less than a minute to go in the period. Puck off the skate of the Panthers' Garcha, and it runs all the way down into the Drury zone. Smith is there, but the Panthers are able to get it. Slobodian off the wall to Walters. 38 seconds. Walters shoots in. Blocker save. Rebound. Far side. Panthers with it. Up the middle to Garcha. Broken away and cleared out to center. Back down to the Panthers zone. 22 seconds remaining. Good play by St. Clair. Lead pass just a little bit too far for Fournier. We get an icing here. 14.7 remains in what has been a relatively quiet period. Yes, 3 goals scored by the Panthers, but relatively quiet if you want to call it, considering the first period. Well, we ended the first period with 5 goals. Puck driven wide to Robbins. Rebound taken away by the Panthers on a good defensive chore there by St. Clair, and time expires in the period.
For Drury, at the 2:51 mark, number 18, Luke Aston with the goal, his 13th of the season and 2nd of the night. That assist goes to number 8, Daniel Beaupre, and number 71, Jackson Truchon. For Northern Illinois University, goal at 13:16, scored by number 40, Dominic Varallo, unassisted. And finally for Drury, His 14th of the season and 3rd of the night, scored by number 18, Luke Aston, assisted by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke, and number 24, Adam Layden. Time of that goal, 16:53. Fans during this second.
So that's the scoring update there for you. And as I mentioned, shots on goal. 5 on Josh Robbins, 2-period total of 12. And 12 on Joseph Miller, 2-period total of 34. 7-1 Panthers. They got 2 in the second period, as you heard. Power plays. Panthers are 0 for 2. Huskies are 0 for 1. As we are finished with 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Josh Robbins will be our guest. We'll talk to him in just a moment. 7-1 Panthers after 40 minutes. We'll be back.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with goaltender Josh Robbins, 4-0. 2.20 goals against average, .913 save percentage. That's your D1 record. You actually played a game for D3. What was that like going down there and I guess helping them out?
That was it was a fun game to go back down there. I mean, lots of guys on that team I've played with since day one with the program.
Sure.
So it was really just go down there and have some fun with the guys that I've been with for the last 2 years and reconnect with them. And yeah, it was a good time. I mean, game didn't quite go as planned, but it was still fun to go down there and hang out with all the guys once again and play hockey with them.
You've got a 3-goaltender core. And right now, Joseph Kachasel seems to be kind of the number one guy in that he's getting most of the starts right now. So what's the core like between you three? You know, obviously, as a goaltender, you know that someone's going to be the number one and the other two need to support. But what's the mentality and how do you guys get along in that respect with knowing that he's the number one guy right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It's kind of mostly just we're all kind of buddies together. I mean, everyone likes everyone there, so it's not really who's getting games and who's not getting games. It's more of how the team's doing. And right now, I mean, we have quite the record. I mean, I've never been on a team this good in my life, so I mean, it's just nice to be a part of it either way. But yeah, we're always good buddies together no matter what.
Yeah, you've given him 4 wins yourself, so that's always a good thing. And you know, one of the things that as a goaltender myself I look at is my save percentage, and really everybody is over 900 save percentage. That's fantastic for a hockey club.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to have good save percents in that when you got a good team in front of you, a good strong D-core. I mean, obviously there's some saves that you'd like back every once in a while, but to have 3 goalies that are all well within the 9-1s, I mean, it's a good sign for a good team.
Yeah, I mean, really the only problem is coach has to figure out who to put in. I mean, you know, because you look at the stats all the way down, and either goaltender you pick, they're doing well. I don't know if coach specifically looks at practice as to who he's going to put in, because to be like one of the players used to say, practice is practice. I mean, how do you know what's what? But like you say, it seems to be pretty good during practices too, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's between the coaches and them, and not really going to talk on that a whole lot.
Sure.
It is what it is, so yeah.
Have you always wanted to be a goaltender?
Yeah, I was always a goaltender from back when I was a little kid. I mean, I tried all the positions. I was brutal at forward and defense, and then I tried goalie out, and I made a cool glove save one day, and I've just been hooked by it ever since. So it seems to be the position I was the best at as well, so kind of just fit in there good.
So that meant you always got to play because they always need goalies, right? So you always got to play. They probably always asked you to be on a team, right?
Yeah, it was back down with the rural hockey. It was all the guys would switch around. They'd have players swapping every week to be goalie, and no one had that issue. No one wanted to do goalie other than me, so I just got to play goalie the whole time, which made everyone happy.
Now, I will say for myself, yeah, I'm a little bit more of I want to be center of attention when I was growing up. So being goalie meant I got to stay on the ice for the entire game. That, to me, was center of attention. You don't believe that as far as you're playing, do you?
Not overly. I mean, I'm less of a center of attention guy, and I kind of just do my thing more so. But if my thing happens to be me going in net, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do it.
You talked about a glove save earlier. So take us through probably one of the most incredible saves you've ever made.
There was one good save I made on Jordan Eberle. Actually, he was coming down kind of around the dot. He was doing a little stick handling drill, and he went down and did a fake shot and then toe dragged it across and like stopped about halfway between the net and tried to shoot it glove side. And I was sliding across a blocker side, and I kind of did like a cartwheel windmill on him. It was pretty cool. And that's I don't know, highlighted my career, I guess I could say. I windmilled on Jordan Eberle.
I was going to say, yeah. What do you remember? Where was that in?
That was down in Calgary. Every summer I go down there and I practice with Steve Serdachny. He brings down a handful of NHL guys every summer. I'm just get to be the shooter tutor for him. So it's a pretty neat experience to go down there and played with guys, just about a guy on every team almost. So yeah, it's pretty neat.
So I'm probably dating myself, but when I played when pads were 12 inches wide. And now they're 11.
Yeah.
So I can't ask you if you care about the difference. I could tell when I had to move to 11s that I would always, it would be above the pad, below the glove. Always, every time, because I expected that extra inch to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I mean, even when I came here, I ran Bauer pads, and they're a little bit thicker than the CCM pads, so it took me a good couple months to get used to that adjustment. And then the glove break angle is different too, so I missed shots between my glove and my pad like for the first 2 months of the year. But I think I've gotten over that hump now, so that's good.
That's good, yeah. Well, you know, you're 4-0 with the team right now, so that's always good. But you haven't played, I think, since November 23rd. That was your last win. What do you need to do, or what do you do to get prepared mentally, whatever it is? I mean, as a backup, you may come in a period or two or so. So what do you do to stay ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just more of a mental game than anything, honestly. I mean, you can prepare physically, obviously, with warm-ups and whatnot with all the guys, but it's like that one game came in, I was backup goalie when Joe got ran, I had to come in. It's kind of just mentally flick a switch and dial in for the game. I mean, kind of no different when you're starting a game as opposed to going in. It's all really the same thing.
Okay, and this is going to stay here. No one else is going to hear this, but do you play with shooters? Like, do you deliberately give them a little bit of room, knowing they're going to try to shoot for that, and then change up a little bit? How do you play it a little bit?
Maybe not in games. Try to stay away from that in games because it's obviously a higher stress situation. Goals really matter quite a bit more in there.
Sure.
But like in practice, if KT's coming in on a breakaway, sometimes I leave him a little bit of glove side. That way he shoots glove side. But it's kind of like, I don't know, you can't really leave that much, because if you leave too much, these guys are good enough. They'll hit it no matter what you give them. So
absolutely.
I mean, there's a difference between leaving 3 inches and 2 inches. It's a pretty big difference really at this level.
Absolutely. When you're out there playing, are there certain things that you want to accomplish? Like, I know, some people, that first save, I got to make sure I make that first save, or I got to make sure I play my angles right, or, is there something that you need to accomplish just personally for yourself when you're out there?
Personally, I try to keep all that out of my mind. If I start thinking about things I'm trying to do, you can overthink it and then just get too caught up in it in the middle of the game, and that's when things start to go bad. But really, in the grand scheme of things, just looking for the team to get the win, right? Like, whatever it takes in that. As long as I do my part, they do their part, everything will pull together.
Josh Robbins is joining us of the Drury Panthers. What made you decide Drury way back when?
I came here first of all for school, and it was a brand new program at that time, so they offered me some pretty good benefits, scholarship, gear, all that good stuff, and if you just combine everything all into one, it was a good fit. And I mean, still here, looking to finish out my time here, so it's been good ever since. And now with this team coming in and being pretty big thing in D1, it's a nice change of pace, have a good team, and it's just neat to be a part of.
Yeah, you can't argue with coming into this weekend at 21-1. Has that been probably the best team you've been on?
Yeah, I think the most games I've ever won in a life is probably like 6. So to beat that in like the first month of hockey is pretty insane to me. But it's a nice change to be on a team that's good, and yeah, just glad to be part of it.
Josh Robbins, goaltender, joining us of the Drury Panthers. Who is your favorite NHL player?
Ooh, favorite NHL player would have to be Carey Price. That guy was unreal goaltender until he retired. Really, he was the best. But yeah, aside from that, maybe before him, Mika Kiprusoff, a little bit more old school, but both great goalies.
Quickie's mine.
Quick is also a great goalie too.
Yeah, it's goaltenders have to age. I get that. But, I mean, there's still guys doing it now in their late 30s and 40s. But Quickie, I know he's like 35, 36, still doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, same with Fleury, still kicking around.
Oh, yeah? Do you think he'll retire this year? He says he is, but...
I don't know. There's no knowing.
No. So, who is your favorite NHL team?
I honestly don't really have a favorite NHL team. I've always kind of just liked individual goalies and kind of just the players I play with over summer, just float around. I mean, never really had a specific team. I guess you could say Seattle now because I play with Ebbs just about every summer, and
sure,
like to see that team do good. But yeah.
Okay, have you ever like really not told anybody that you're a goalie and they needed a goalie and you're like, I haven't played for so long, I don't know if I'll be any good, and just kind of mess with them and you get in there and then you stonewall them? You ever done that?
I'm not sure if I've ever done that specifically, but I've definitely gone into a couple beer league games before where I've been invited and guys like the other team shows up and I'm sitting there and they're kind of like, who's this guy? Like, not really sure, and then pull up, and if you really go hard in beer league, it's kind of like, well, this is kind of unfair, but it's always fun, and yeah.
There you go. Who right now is the most inspirational on the team right now? What player?
I'd probably say Luke Ashton. I mean, guy just never gives up. He's always going 110%, and like every time I look at him, he's flying down the wall somewhere. He's rips pucks, scores lots of goals. He's just a workhorse.
There you go. Luke Ashton with 11 goals this season, 18 assists too. What do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be a farmer actually, and I'd also like to be an architect down in my off time.
Will you have any off time if you're a farmer?
We will have a little bit of off time. Yeah, down in the winters, there's obviously lots of stuff to do still, but you have a little bit more free time, so you can kind of plan things around. You can do vacations or whatever you want, but I think I'd rather fill my time with building some houses. I think that'd be a fun plan.
There you go. So you're going to be a farmer in Canada?
Yep, back at home.
There you go. And, of course, home is Blackie, Alberta, Canada. Where... For those of us who are geologically or geographically challenged, I guess, or both, for Canada, whereabouts is that?
So that's in Alberta, and Blackie is about an hour southeast of Calgary, and then from Blackie, we're on a farm about 15 minutes north of there. So about 45 minutes, 50 minutes out of Calgary, southeast, and kind of just really in the middle of nowhere on our own little, on a road.
I was going to say, it sounds like pretty rural, middle of nowhere, and you get some snow, and it's nothing but just white snow for miles, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, at the end of interviews, I always wish players more goals. But in this case, I wish you no more goals. Let's get a couple of shutouts there and a couple more wins. How about?
Yes, sir. That'd be awesome.
All right. Hey, Josh, appreciate you doing this. Thanks so much.
For sure. Thank you.
Josh Robbins joining us of the Drury Panthers. We'll be back because more hockey is coming up.
Tri-Lakes Marine started with Pat and Eric working out of the back of their service truck, repairing boats and keeping folks on the water. Today, Tri-Lakes Marine is the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state. At Tri-Lakes Marine, you will find in stock Yamaha outboards, G3 aluminum fishing boats, and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats. And Tri-Lakes Marine is still a full-service dealer with a complete Yamaha service center because maintenance matters. We take care of our customers. Check out our full lineup of boats and motors at Tri-Lakes Marine, 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Belton Ice Arena, and the Big Slice broadcast booth. Steve Casson, along with Scott Lutzke and Amari Johnson. There's Scott. So here's the thing, Amari. Scott's all nice and warm in his house, and everything's good. Like, that's all you do is just stay in your house.
It must be nice, but it's got to be remote, right?
So when's the last time you've actually done a game live here at the rink, Scott?
Right. Mine's like when George Lopez was like that monster in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and he's always like as a robot. You can only see his face. That's what it feels like with Scott.
Yep. I know, really. We just get to see his face. We don't know how tall he is.
Right.
Yeah, he's just a midget. No, Scott, thanks so much for keeping us on the air, that's for sure. And Amari, thanks so much for what you get to do. And extra game tomorrow as we'll have D3 action.
I can't wait. I support the Drury D3 parents and everything.
That'll be a lot of fun. We get ready for the third period as the Drury Panthers lead 7-1. This time they will skate from the left to the right. Panthers will immediately flood the zone. Walters is there. Peters tried to break it up. Slobodian, or make that Davidson with a drive, and it went high and wide. The Panthers, if they win this one, will move to 21-1 on the season. The only loss was against Central Oklahoma. And then prior to that, they have won 19 straight. Panthers in the zone, quickly broken up and flipped out of the zone by Ryan Morgan. Morgan this season, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. And for Morgan, no points in a couple of games for him. Puck is flipped along the far boards and back out to center ice for the Panthers to quickly get it over and across the line to Louis Fournier. Fournier will wait as Beaupre will have possession of the puck. Up top to Sadownik. He is hounded a lot in the zone. Panthers still try to work it to Aston. Already has a hat trick. Puck is cleared out to center. Here they come to the Huskies with George Smith behind the net. 18:30 to go in the period. Panthers in front of their own bench. Now they get it out just enough to not necessarily clear it. It's taken away by Zimmerman with a drive in. Pad save Robbins. Rebound comes out. Panthers with possession. Across the line. Makes its way to Truchon. A behind the back pass. Nobody was there for it. We come the other way. Zimmerman. First odd man rush. Here's Zimmerman. Scores! It was an odd man rush, the first one they've had, really. And the goal by Zimmerman makes it a 7-2 game now. And for Zimmerman, that'll be his 15th of the season.
An unassisted goal scored by number 48, Robbie Zimmerman. Time of the goal, 1:58. Zimmerman unassisted at 1:58.
A 7-2 game now. Still Panthers with good control of this game. Up top, working it through Jamison to Hawley. Or the shot originated from St. Clair and then through Jamison and through Hawley. Now it's taken away by Martin. He'll bring it up across, but the Panthers will intercept. 17-16 to go in the period. These same two teams tomorrow will have it for you 6 p.m., but prior to that, a 2 o'clock game, and that'll be Division III action. Division III, same, Drury Panthers and Northern Illinois Huskies. That will be video only. We'll pipe in the PA feed. You'll get to hear all the sights and sounds of everything that goes on, including goals. And I may do some intermission recap for you. Puck driven out and across and into the zone as Yuckness will let it go through. Panthers intercept. They'll bring it across the line. And now to Gale. His back behind the back pass was partially deflected. Young Menard is there. He gets some trouble as he tries to get around the stick work of Van Voorhees. It's out to center ice. Panthers will reset. Almost stole as they brought it in. Van Voorhees will get it out to center. And here come the Huskies across the line, and a shot is stuck into the corner and out of play. That one off the stick of Yuckness, and we'll have a face-off that'll stay in the Panthers zone. Shots 34-15 in favor of Drury. Draw one, kept in. Potential deflection as Panthers are able to get out of harm's way. Now it comes right up the middle, still kept in, but taken away by Garcha. They'll have it for the Panthers. They have a 3-on-2 into the zone. Anmal stops up, gets it over to Davidson behind the net, working it up top. Getting in front is Varallo, who has one of the 2 goals for the Panthers, or for the Huskies, that is. Right out in front, potential Joe Davidson shot that gets deflected. Davidson will have it. Working it with Sadownik. Back to Davidson, now to Walters. 16:38 that is to go in the period. Now Garcha. He works it down. Back behind the net. Near side to Davidson. Sadownik. Looking for a centering pass. Good break as Castaneda is able to break that one up. Panthers could have had a good shot on the left side, but it didn't materialize. Now it's Adam Layden. Layden got an assist, his first one with the Panthers. Shot comes in. It's a big save there on the drive from Sadownik. Now Aston with it. He already has 3, looking for 4. Aston tried to center it through, nothing doing there. Still keeps it out in front. Sadownik drive and a pad save, and it gets deflected up and out of play. It's a souvenir for somebody as it went through the netting. Face-off will stay in the Huskies zone. Face-off 1, Panthers have it. Oh, what do we got here? Play with the high stick, maybe? Face-off should come outside the zone then. And it will. Draw one again. This time, Panthers are not able to control. Peters. Bring it all the way down to the Panthers' end. Nothing doing there. 14:30 to go in the period. This one will be an icing call. We come back down into the Panthers' end of the ice. 14:26 to go in the period. Fans enjoying this one here tonight. Make the joke you have to go to an ice rink to warm up as we get a stoppage and play on the shot deflected into the corner. Normally that's the case. Now, if you're in the lobby, yes. If you're in the lobby, you really needed to come in here to warm up. If you're in the rink like we are, it is just as cold in here as it is outside. going to last for the next couple of days and hopefully go away. Puck back down to the Panthers' end for, once again, Jamison St. Clair. Across the line, Beaupre. He'll have it left side, looking for a centering pass. They get it, and a backhander and a goal for Truchon. First goal with the Drury Panthers for Jackson Truchon, and it's a backhander in. 8-2 Panthers. Just gets set for the backhander, sweeps it home. Just Jackson Truchon. Came from NCAA Division III Dubuque. Also played with the Sioux Thunderbirds.
Panthers goal. His first as a Panther. Scored by number 71, Jackson Truchon. Assisted on the play by number 8, Daniel Beaupre. Time of the goal, 6:11. Truchon, his first from Beaupre at 6:11.
So the Panthers on the doorstep here as James tried to get a drive in. Now Jamison again with it. He gets hounded there, kept in. He's working it down as Johnston. Johnston to the half boards, having to help out now is McIntosh. Work through to Hawley. Hawley gets around the stick work of Castaneda. Goes behind the net. Puck up top, drive, gets deflected up and out of play. Joseph Miller in net. He came in relief of Matthew Juergens. Juergens was pulled after it was a 4-0 advantage for Drury on 11 shots. And then Miller finished out that period, also faced 11 shots, and he's played the rest. Now with 28 on him. That is not a career high. Career high is 35, stopping 30 of 35. That was in a game against University of Mary October 5th. He had no decision in that game. Much like here, where he comes in with his team already trailing. Drive is shot up high, worked into the near side boards, taken away by Fournier. He'll have it across the line for the Panthers to Gale. Broken up. Fournier looking for a centering pass, can't grab it. Try to work around Ethan Koval. Comes right out in front, drive, score. This one is O'Rourke's. And it is 9-2. Ethan O'Rourke will get his 7th of the season. And Drury has answered back.
Panthers goal, his 7th of the season, scored by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke. Assisted on the play by number 20, Jared Gale, and number 76, Louis Fournier. Time of the goal, 7:56. O'Rourke, his 7th of the season, assisted by Gale and Fournier at 7:56.
That is the second assist for Fournier. We get a face-off that will come back down into the Husky into the ice with 11:51 to go in the period. 40th shot now for the Panthers. And it, for the most part, has been all Panthers. Just a couple of breakaway goals. Puck back behind Miller's net. Panthers off the board. Sadownik. Get it up top. Looking for a shot in front. Drive, score, Davidson. It was potentially a shot pass. It made its way all the way across, and Davidson will get the goal. And we are in double figures. It's 10-2. See Sadownik making things happen. Davidson with his 12th.
His 12th of the season, scored by number 39, Joe Davidson. Assisted on the play by number 12, Caden Slobodian, and number 22, Lucas Sidonic. Time of the goal, 8:29. Davidson, his 12th of the season, from Slobodian and Sidonic at 8:29.
That is Sidonic's 4th assist of this game. Panthers will, or take that back. Maybe the Huskies will send it through the Panthers zone, and we come back across left to right. Beaupre will drop it down into the NIU end. Beaupre still with it. Gets pulled off the play. And here come the Panthers. Beaupre, nice one-handed move, shovels it ahead. It's deflected away. Good play by Van Voorhees, and it's out to center ice. 10:23 remains. No icing, so both teams able to change. So right now, the goal leader is Aston with his hat trick and 14th goal of the season. Aston leads with 14. Nice move out in front, drive, score. Oh, what a clinic there being put on by Johnston. Johnston gets into the scoring with his 11th of the season. And that is what the score is, 11-2.
Panthers goal, his 11th of the season, scored by number 29, Matthew Johnston. An unassisted goal at 10:07. Johnston, his 11th of the season, unassisted at 10:07.
Here come the Huskies as they work it down into the Panthers zone. 9:24 and the clock rolls here in period number 3. It's 11-2 Drury. Got it as far as center ice. Keaton Peters will bring it back in. Shot stick through, and Robbins will steer it into the corner. Drury. Outlet pass comes across the line. Hawley shot in, saved by Miller. Jamison. Left circle. Tried to get it out to the point, but it was deflected away. Panthers will gain possession again. Comes off of Slobodian. And in across to O'Rourke. To Jamison. Pad save. Jamison drops it down low. Noble steps in front. Puck is cleared out to center. And the Panthers will return the favor. We're going to get an offside here as it hopped over everybody, including Gale, and came out. Offside with 8:20 to go in the period. Panthers with what is a, at this point, insurmountable lead. And we get a goal here by NIU. Just got a note that they have changed assists on some of the scoring for Drury. We'll see if we can catch up on that. But this one is a nice 2-on-1, and the Panthers surrender a goal here.
Huskies goal, scored by number 23, Rodon Evans. Assisted by number 22, Jason Castaneda. Time of the goal, 11:51. Evans from Castaneda at 11:51.
Well, all these goals are nice. My score sheet has 2 more spaces, and then we're done. We still have 7:40 to go in the period. Puck driven in, and Robbins will make the save there. So it looks like on the Panthers' 10th goal by Davidson, assists are now going to go to Slobodian, so they're going to remove the assist to Sedownik, and Anmal Garcha will get that one. So Davidson, Garcha, and Slobodian. That was the 10-2 goal.
Huskies penalty to number 23, Rodon Evans. 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalty, 12:33.
So Evans at 12:33, 2 for slashing. It's the third power play for the Panthers. And this one will make it a 12-3, but we're going to get a puck play with the high stick. Puck will come outside the zone. So Evans with the goal. And for Evans, that is his 10th of the season. Looks like the 11th goal for the Panthers on Johnson's goal, which was originally unassisted. They will add an assist to McIntosh. Panthers with 1:12 to go in the power play. Walters, good stick work and a deflection by Peters. Walters goes to the right side, and Davidson with a drive in and a pad save. Panthers again, Sedownik now with 3 assists. Up top, work it through to Davidson. Sedownik, they play catch. Right out on the right side to Garcha, and he missed. Open net corner. Missed it. Power play for 40 seconds. Garcha had it poked away. Zimmerman is there, and he's able to clear it for NIU and bring it all the way down. 11-3 in favor of the Panthers. Drury came in period number 1, scoring 5. In period number 2, Drury had 2. As here comes Aston with a drive, and he missed high and wide. Puck ricochets out to center. And then in the third period, Drury with 5 goals. Get a puck out of play now. So 11-3 is the count. Actually, they got 4 goals this period to the 1 that was just scored by NIU, Evans. We get a stoppage and play here.
And a couple of scoring changes to be made. On the Davidson goal for Drury at 8:29, credit the assist to number 88, Anmal Garcha. And on the Johnston goal, credit the assist to number 84, Gavin McIntosh.
Those have officially been added now. As announced by PA announcer Kevin Klein, puck driven in to the Panthers zone. Shots 48-17 in favor of Drury. And they'll have possession here as we are about to enter the Cadence Insurance Final 5. Panthers across the line. Here is a shot by Gale. Fought off as we have a new goaltender in. And it's Tristan Suture. So he gets a stop here. So Suture comes in. He in one game is 1-0 with a 6.92 goals against average. And he came in at the 10:07 mark. We'll add him here as we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. They have 4 goaltenders listed. I think only 3 dressed. And right now, those 3 have seen action here in this game. Panthers. They'll work it across the line, taken away, picked up by Noble. They'll have it on the left side. Work it down. It is Jamison St. Clair to poke the puck away. Grabbed by Johnson. He'll get it out to center ice, and we'll get an icing call here. 4:05 to go in the period. Once again, we will not have the Division III game, which is right after this. But tomorrow, 2 o'clock, we will have the Division III game for you. That will be video only. And then it is the Panthers and the Huskies. Division I, 6 o'clock tomorrow. Hope you'll tune in for that. Brewer bring it around in the corner. 3:50 to go in the period. If we were picking the 3 stars, it would be very difficult. There are so many goal scorers here. We get an icing call here.
Don't forget, right after this game, another college hockey game from the
So you could argue
your Division III
that
Drury University
Aston could be the number 1 with his 3 goals. Maybe number 2 we'd give to Sedownik with his 3 assists. And potentially St. Clair. But luckily we don't have to call 3 stars. 3:26 to go in the period. Panthers will try to work it down with Slobodian. Coming into today's game, 4 goals, 7 assists. Now the couple of extra assists for him. Here's Walters. Cross ice. Working for a centering pass, and it was off of Garch's stick. Grabbed by Walters. Panthers took control of this game in the first period and have not looked back. Now 52 shots for the Panthers, 52-17. It's out to center, taken by Zimmerman. Look for some room. Backhander. It's caught off the side of the net. 2:30 to go in the period. An 11-3 game. Aston, St. Clair, Beaupre, Jameson, Slobodian, then Aston again. Valero makes it a 6-1 game. Aston with his 14th. Zimmerman. Truchon gets one for the Panthers. O'Rourke, Davidson, and then Johnston, and then Evans will make the 3rd goal for the Huskies. Now 2:06 remains. Across the line. Here is a pass off of the stick of Caden Slobodian. They'll work it down, try to get it to Aston. Evans steps in front of him for NIU. Taken away by Evans, and he'll bring it out to center. 1:48 to go in the period. Evans across the line, has some room. Evans shot off, save. Deflected behind the net by Robbins. Across the line. In the zone, Aston will have it. In the NIU zone, that is. Broken up by Zimmerman. Nice move. He'll work around Francis Young-Bernard, but it's taken away by the Panthers. They bring it across. Well, they were going to, but Truchon thinks better of it and gets it to the far side to McIntosh. Off of Truchon's stick, taken by Shirky. Shirky across the line. Drive comes in, save, rebound. The stick goes flying all the way down. That was the stick of Zimmerman. Here come the Panthers with a minute left in the regulation, and O'Rourke comes in and he scores. Second goal of the game for Ethan O'Rourke. 8th of the season, 2nd of the game. It's now 12-3. This one coming at 19:03.
Panthers goal, his 8th of the season and 2nd of the evening, scored by number 10, Ethan O'Rourke. Assisted on the play by number 84, Gavin McIntosh. Time of the goal, 19:03. O'Rourke from McIntosh at 19:03.
35 seconds remains as the Panthers will have possession in their own zone. Gale out of it. Line change for Drury. Gale across the line. Gale still looking for some help. Gets a shot off and a save by Suture. He'll hold on. Out of Wentzville, Missouri. Second game he's started. Well, he did not start the first game. He played from 25:58 early in the second period through the third period against Alabama. That was a victory for him. So this is his first start. 14 seconds remains. Panthers try to work it. Poked away. Now a drive in, and it'll be held on to by Robbins with 1.9 seconds to go on the drive by Zimmerman. That'll do it. So 54 shots are put on a combination of Juergens, Miller, and Suture. 20 in that third period. 10 on Josh Robbins, 3-period total of 22. So Aston, St. Clair, Beaupre, Jamison, Slobodian all made it a 5-0 lead. Then Aston comes in the second period to make it 6-0. Valero will make it a 6-1 game. Aston with his hat trick goal, 7-1. Zimmerman makes it 7-2 in the third period. And that's Truchon to get the goal, his first with the Drury Panthers. It's 8-2. O'Rourke, Davidson, Johnson. That made it 11-2. Then Evans with his 10th, 11-3 in the third. And then O'Rourke, his 8th, second of the game, 12-3 total. Power plays, Panthers 0-3, Huskies 0-1. And we were one slot away from filling up my score sheet. The final score is 12-3 in favor of the number 7 Drury Panthers over the number 59 Northern Illinois University Huskies. Final thoughts, Amari?
It's a crazy game. I didn't expect Drury to be that hot, but I seen a couple of scores when they were away, like scores like this, like 12-3 and stuff. So it was nice looking at them from this perspective.
Well, they're going to have another game, but we will take a look at our schedule that's coming up. And we will have games for you again tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Division 3, 6 o'clock, Division 1. And then on the 31st of January and the 1st of February, it will be Drury and McKendree. Then Missouri State comes in. That's Division 3 action against Illinois State. Back with the Panthers on the 14th and 15th. That'll be against Midland. And then Missouri State, Division 1, back with Maryville on the 21st and 22nd of February. And then our final games of the season wrap up Division 3 action, Missouri State and Drury Now, Drury is home for that game, but we are going to treat the broadcast like it is an away game for Missouri State. So that's what we're going to do. We have not really done an away game for the Division III team in a while, so I thought, why not? We'll just change it up a little bit, even though we are technically at home. It'll be interesting to see the Ice Bears on the visitors' bench. I don't think I've seen that before either. But that will round out our hockey schedule for this season. We hope that you will watch us as we continue to go through this. But again, the final score, the Drury University Panthers really took this game and led it in the first period and continued on a 12-3 final as we get ready to close things out here from the Brightspeed Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. For Scott Lutzke, for Amari Johnson, I'm Steve Cass, and thanks for tuning in. Again, no D3 tonight, but we will have D3 tomorrow. We hope you'll tune in for that. It'll be video only. We'll have that for you starting at a little bit before 2 o'clock right here on Web Sports Radio. But until then, we will bid you a very pleasant good evening. And once again, the final score, 12-3 Drury over the Northern Illinois University Huskies. Until tomorrow, have a good night, everyone.